Welcome to another flipping episode of Brickmania TV.
Oh! What was that, 25 tries?
Today on Brickmania TV, we have the M60 Main Battle Tank. I missed something in there. What's the full name?
M60A1 Main Battle Tank.
Oh, I missed A1.
Or MBT, right, as you will find on your instructions.
MBT.
Or packaging.
Cool. All right, a little bit of history. Let's start off with that.
Well, a little bit of history. So this is basically the predecessor of the M48 patent.
Right.
And I made our first M48 patent kit here. So
sure,
it's basically just a modification of that hull.
Nice.
And a new turret. Yeah, a little bit of history. The M60A1 came into service in 1975.
All right.
M60 was in Vietnam. Didn't see a lot of service in Vietnam because they already had M48s over there.
Right.
But they still had the M48 turret on top of them because the M60 turrets, the new turrets, weren't ready yet for the M40 or for the M60. Yeah.
Cool.
So.
And this particular model,
not a lot of history with that.
Right. This particular model, we're doing Desert Storm.
Yep.
Correct.
So in Desert Storm, this was mostly used by the Marines. The Air Force had a battalion of them just to clear airstrips for unexploded ordnance.
Sure.
And that's what the dozer would be for.
Right on the
M9
there.
bulldozer kit. But in one battle, a group of Marines went up against T-72s and other tanks that the enemy had.
Yep.
And they destroyed over 100 tanks and only lost one M60.
Wow.
In that battle.
In which battle was this one? Was that one?
It was during Desert Storm.
That was during Desert Storm. Cool.
So a lot of, I mean, this was kind of getting phased out during Desert Storm. The M1 Abrams was on the scene. The Army had those. The Marines still had these old clunkers. So nice. They just put a lot of reactive armor on it, which is,
as you can see,
what you incorporated with
thing.
your artwork there.
Yep.
So there's a lot of printed parts on this.
There are. I think this is the most we've ever done in a kit before. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was a bit of a challenge to get this all production-wise, but we got it.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah. It is awesome.
Yeah, moving on to the kit. So obviously we got these reactive armor tiles.
Yep.
What else would you want to point out here?
We've got printed grills in the back.
Yes.
Similar design to what the M48 was, our earlier kit, except for now, I made it so these engine doors actually open.
Right. And these are a little engine kind of simulated back there.
Yeah, you can kind of see the, just basically the servo motors.
Sure.
2 servos on either side. And that's really all you can see in real life anyways, for that engine.
Right. And while you're back there, you also have the
got the turret function.
Yep.
That remains the same as the M48 that we designed and still have the same barrel lock.
And that would be for when in the transport, correct?
Yep.
You'd have that resting right on top of there.
Yep.
Cool.
Just like that. So the M60A1 it carries a 105 millimeter howitzer. It has a 50 cal M2 HB in the command turret and a .762 millimeter machine gun in the mantlet.
Cool.
So this is, I came up with a really cool design and I ended up covering it with reactive armor and stuff to get that sloped angle, because it's a really tricky build.
Sure.
Because it's such a pointed turret, as the M48 was so much more rounded like a flying saucer. So I was pretty pleased with how it came out, and it's mostly just brick built.
Yeah.
So you can modify it if you remove the reactive armor, all the reactive tiles, and it would be a little bit narrower. So my suggestion for doing that is just to remove these entirely and figure out a way to remove the plate behind it, just and replace it with tile. And then with the mantlet here, if you remove this reactive armor, if you want that gone, then just cover it with curved slopes.
Yeah, behind that reactive armor, there is some really cool sloping in there. I don't know if you can get in there.
Yeah.
Kind of right behind the, what are those, smoke dispensers?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, smoke launchers.
Smoke launchers, yeah.
So
What else? We also have the printed duffel bags there. Those are really popular.
Yep.
So
those are pretty cool.
get 2 of those in the kit. That's pretty sweet.
Yep. And then you got the M9 bulldozer kit.
Yes.
And this is super playable. It's really strong. You can push anything around.
Anything.
Anything.
Yeah, it's cool. You manage to, as
really
it goes
strong.
up and down, it still maintains its same direction, right?
Yep.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's super strong. I'll admit it's a little bit tricky of a build, just to get the bulldozer attached to it. I try to make it as simple as possible, but might struggle with it.
It still
might not.
looks really cool.
Yeah, and it's really strong. So I
Yeah.
mean, it's got its advantages.
Underneath, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, underneath it's basically the same hull as the M48. It's still got that boat shape to it, and it's inverted. The only thing that changes on the M60 hull is the M48 has more of a flying saucer, kind of a dish look to it.
Okay.
And this is just flat nose, and then it tapers into the boat-like underside.
Oops.
And
oh, hey, it's fine.
actually, I'll flip that up again.
Yeah.
So the M48, its suspension was a little bit weak in my design, but the M60, I drastically improved it, made it all Technic, and you can push on this thing
solid.
all day long. And
Look at that. He's not really pushing that hard. No.
pushing pretty hard.
He is pushing pretty hard.
So yeah, overall it's a very sturdy model. It's very playable. Rolls smooth.
Right on.
And it's got that suspension, faked suspension that is a Brickmania classic.
Nice, nice.
And you've got a storage rack on the back here. You can pop that minifig in here. Do you want to talk about that minifig at all?
Yeah, sure. So this is I guess these are Marines, correct, that we'd have on this tank?
Yeah.
Right. So this is just a Marines minifigure with the 6-color desert. Oh, I can't. This head popped off. I'm just being dumb right now. This comes with a minifig cat headset, all around custom 3D printing, back of the arms, front of the arms, and underneath of the arms. So again, we're kind of pulling out all the stops with our printing here. I guess on the kit, so you can fit it right up in there. Get that helmet back on. He's bald.
You gotta get him. You gotta get him. Oh.
I win.
Okay.
All right, hold on. This is a time lapse where we're putting crap back together. Any closing notes, Cody? What do you want to talk about?
Yeah, so that's the first time we've ever done minifig cat, included minifig cat in one of our sets, I believe, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, because he's got that cool
Little headset.
microphone headset. It's pretty cool.
All right.
Yeah, I think that's basically it.
That's basically it. This is a really awesome kit designed by the legendary Cody Lando.
Legendary.
For more information, check out brickmania.com. Thank you very much for watching. Top turret, look over there. Where? It's the little things in life, you know? Welcome to another flippin' episode of Brickmania. Denied. TV. Brick TV. Wasn't bottle flipping in like 2006? Brickmania, oh my gosh, not even close. Jeez. Don't give it back. Oh, where's my fidget spinner?